Hello, word listeners. Welcome back. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm thrilled to have you join me today. Our word for today is diary. So, what is a diary? A diary is a book or notebook, often with blank pages for each day, in which you write down your personal experiences, thoughts, and feelings. It's a place where you can record what happens in your life and reflect on it. It's a very common noun, and it's used by people of all ages around the world. You might hear someone say, "I write in my diary every night before bed," or "she kept a diary of her travels around Europe." Now, let's explore some synonyms for the word diary. One good synonym is journal. A journal, like a diary, is a record of events, experiences, and observations. For example, he kept a detailed journal of his scientific experiments. Another synonym is notebook. While a notebook can be used for many things, it can also function as a diary if you use it to record personal thoughts. For instance, she carried a small notebook to jot down ideas and daily events. Another synonym to consider is log. While a log is often used in a more formal or technical context, it can also refer to a personal record of events. For instance, the captain kept a log of the ship's journey. Let's see those synonyms in action in some sentences. Instead of a diary, she prefers to keep a travel journal where she documents all her adventures. I always have a notebook with me, ready to record my ideas like a diary. The pilot keeps a flight log, similar to a diary, documenting each flight's details. Now, let's talk about antonyms, words that have opposite meanings. This is a little trickier with a word like diary, as it describes a very specific object and practice. However, we can think of antonyms as representing the opposite of keeping a personal, private record. One antonym could be publication. A publication makes information public, unlike a diary, which is private. For example, the author prepared his publication for the world to read. Another antonym, in a sense, is broadcasting. Broadcasting involves sharing information with a wide audience, the opposite of the private reflection in a diary. For example, the news channel was broadcasting live updates on the event. Another contrasting term is announcement. An announcement is a public statement, unlike the private entries in a diary. For instance, the company made an announcement about their new product. Let's see those antonyms in some sentences. The celebrity chose publication to share her life story instead of keeping a private diary. Instead of writing in a diary, the politician opted for broadcasting his views through a podcast. The manager made a public announcement instead of recording the information in a private diary. Now, let's think about how the word diary is used in everyday life. It's a very common word, and you'll hear it in many different contexts. You might say, "I need to buy a new diary for the new year." Or, "My grandmother gave me her old diary to read." You might also hear phrases like "keep a diary," which means to write in a diary regularly. Or "dear diary," which is a common way to start an entry in a diary. Here are some more examples of the word diary in sentences and phrases. She locked her diary to keep her secrets safe. The detective found a crucial clue in the suspect's diary. Writing in my diary helps me to process my emotions. He always ends his day by making a diary entry at 10 p.m. The old diary contained fascinating stories from a bygone era. I'm going to start a gratitude diary to focus on the positive things in my life. Reading my childhood diary is always a funny and nostalgic experience. She used her diary as a planner and a personal journal. According to his diary, he was in London on that day. "I forgot to write in my diary last night, so I need to catch up." Have you read Anne Frank's diary? It's a very famous book. I found a really cute diary with a lock and key at the store. My mom tells me I should keep a diary to document my teenage years. I'm going to give my daughter a diary as a birthday present. The diary was filled with pressed flowers and handwritten notes. She uses her digital diary on her tablet. He treats his diary like his best friend. It is where he shares everything. I keep a food diary to track my eating habits. That old diary smells like vanilla and lavender. That movie is based on a real diary that someone wrote. To sum up, a diary is a book for personal writing. We discussed some synonyms like journal, notebook, and log. We also explored some contrasting terms like publication, broadcasting, and announcement, representing the opposite of private record keeping. We also considered its use in everyday conversations. Thank you for joining me on Hello Word today. I hope you found this episode helpful. And now, a little favor to ask. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. Your support helps others find Hello Word and learn English too. And now your task. I encourage you to create your own sentence about diary and share it as a comment under the video. I'm looking forward to reading them. Until next time, happy learning!